Most drivers believe one simple thing when buying a car battery: the more expensive it is, the longer it will last. That assumption sends people to dealerships and auto parts stores where they spend an extra $100 to $250 on a battery they may not actually need. Then 6 months later, the car still won't start. Not because the battery was bad, but because the real problem was a weak charging system, a parasitic electrical drain, or a battery that didn't match the vehicle's needs. In many repair shops, we've seen perfectly good batteries replaced while the actual fault remained untouched. That mistake can lead to unnecessary alternator replacements, unexpected towing bills, and hundreds of dollars wasted chasing the wrong problem. Today, we're taking an honest look at Walmart car batteries from a mechanic's perspective. We'll compare how they're built, how they perform, where they make excellent value, and where spending more may actually be justified. And stay until the end, because the biggest lesson has very little to do with the Walmart name on the label. Number 10. Cheap batteries never last. This is probably the biggest misconception in the battery market. Many drivers assume an affordable battery must automatically be lower quality, but price alone tells you very little. What mechanics actually see is that modern automotive batteries are produced by a relatively small number of major manufacturers. Private label batteries sold under different store names often come from the same production facilities. That doesn't mean every battery is identical. Different retailers may specify different warranties, plate designs, reserve capacities, or quality control standards. But seeing a Walmart label doesn't automatically mean you're looking at a completely different battery than one sold elsewhere. Under real-world driving conditions, what matters more is whether the battery meets the specifications your vehicle requires. A battery with the correct cold cranking amps, proper size, and adequate reserve capacity will usually outperform a premium battery that's poorly matched to the application. Buying advice: judge the specifications first, judge the brand second. But specifications alone don't tell the whole story. The next factor explains why. Number 9. Who actually builds Walmart batteries? Many buyers imagine Walmart operates its own battery factory. That's not how the industry works. Large retailers typically contract battery production to established manufacturers. Over the years, suppliers have changed, and production sources can vary depending on region and product line. That's why experienced mechanics spend less time focusing on the store name and more time examining the battery itself. Look at manufacturing date, warranty period, cold cranking amps, reserve capacity, battery group size. These numbers matter far more than the logo. In many repair shops, batteries from different stores often show remarkably similar internal construction because they're built using comparable manufacturing processes. That's another reason why paying significantly more doesn't automatically buy dramatically better performance. But internal construction still matters, and that's where things become much more interesting. Number 8. Construction matters more than advertising. Most drivers never see what's inside a battery. They simply install it and hope it lasts. Internally, a traditional flooded lead-acid battery contains alternating positive and negative lead plates immersed in electrolyte. The size of those plates, their thickness, separator materials, and manufacturing consistency all influence performance. Thicker plates often tolerate repeated discharge cycles better. Higher plate surface area generally improves starting performance. Better separators reduce internal shorts as the battery ages. These engineering choices affect durability far more than advertising claims. From what we've seen during battery replacements, Walmart batteries generally provide solid construction for everyday passenger vehicles. They are not designed as ultra-premium racing batteries. They're designed for normal daily transportation. For many commuters, that's exactly what's needed. Their biggest limitation appears when vehicles demand unusually high electrical performance. We'll discuss that shortly. Number 7. Cold cranking amps are often misunderstood. Many shoppers compare only one number: CCA, cold cranking amps. Higher sounds better. But only to a point. CCA measures how much current a battery can deliver under standardized cold temperature testing, while maintaining minimum voltage. If your vehicle requires 650 CCA, installing an 800 CCA battery isn't automatically harmful. But it also doesn't guarantee dramatically longer battery life. Many drivers spend considerably more simply chasing larger numbers. In reality, matching or slightly exceeding the manufacturer's specification is usually sufficient. Under normal driving conditions, an appropriately sized battery starts just as reliably as a much larger one. The difference becomes noticeable mainly in extremely cold climates or unusually demanding applications. Buying advice: choose enough CCA for your climate, not simply the highest number available. But starting power isn't the only specification most buyers overlook. The next one may matter even more. Number 6. Reserve capacity is the hidden specification. Ask most drivers what reserve capacity means. Many can't answer, yet experienced technicians pay close attention to it. Reserve capacity measures how long a fully charged battery can continue supplying electrical power if the charging system temporarily stops working. Imagine the alternator suddenly fails during a nighttime drive. Your headlights, fuel pump, ignition system, engine computer, cooling fans, and numerous electronics now rely entirely on battery power. A battery with greater reserve capacity gives you more operating time before voltage drops too low. That's why two batteries with similar cold cranking amps may perform differently during real-world electrical failures. Some premium batteries offer higher reserve capacity than budget alternatives, but not every driver actually needs maximum reserve. If your vehicle has relatively modest electrical demands and receives regular daily use, a standard reserve capacity often proves completely adequate. However, if you drive long distances, tow frequently, operate additional lighting, or own vehicles with numerous electronic accessories, reserve capacity deserves closer attention. This is one area where spending more may provide genuine value. But we're only halfway through, and the biggest misconception about Walmart batteries is still ahead. Most buyers focus entirely on the battery itself. Experienced mechanics often begin somewhere completely different. Number 5. Warranty doesn't always predict battery life. Many buyers compare batteries by one number: the warranty. If one battery offers a longer warranty, it must be better. That sounds logical. But in many repair shops, we've seen batteries fail just outside the warranty period, while others with shorter warranties continue working reliably for years. A warranty is primarily a financial agreement. It tells you how the manufacturer or retailer will handle a failure. It does not guarantee how long the battery will actually last in your vehicle. When comparing Walmart batteries with more expensive alternatives, pay attention to the warranty, but don't let it become your only deciding factor. Also consider how easy it is to obtain warranty service. With Walmart's large number of locations across the United States, replacement can often be convenient for drivers who travel frequently or don't live near a specialty parts store. Buying advice: treat the warranty as one part of the value equation, not the entire equation. But the next factor has a much greater impact on battery life than most owners realize. Number 4. Climate changes everything. A battery that performs well in Minnesota may age much faster in Arizona. Most drivers associate battery failure with winter. That's because cold weather exposes weak batteries. But heat is often what causes the damage in the first place. High temperatures accelerate chemical reactions inside a lead-acid battery. Water evaporates more quickly. Internal corrosion increases. Positive grid material gradually weakens. Over time, battery capacity slowly declines. Then winter arrives. The battery suddenly struggles to deliver enough current, and it appears to die overnight. In reality, the damage often occurred months earlier during hot weather. Under real-world driving conditions, Walmart flooded lead-acid batteries generally perform as expected for their design category. Like any flooded battery, they benefit from moderate temperatures and regular charging. If you live in an extremely hot climate, or regularly expose your vehicle to severe operating conditions, upgrading to an AGM battery, when your vehicle supports it, may provide additional durability. Buying advice: choose the battery type that matches your climate, not simply your budget. But temperature is only one part of the charging equation. Number 3. The battery isn't always the problem. This is one of the most common situations we see. A customer arrives after replacing the battery twice. The car still won't start every few weeks. The battery gets blamed again. Load testing, however, shows the battery is healthy. The real problem turns out to be something else. Sometimes it's an alternator producing insufficient charging voltage. Sometimes it's a parasitic electrical draw that slowly drains the battery overnight. Other times it's a loose ground connection, corroded battery terminals, or damaged charging cables. Lead-acid batteries dislike remaining in a partially discharged state. When voltage stays low for extended periods, sulfate crystals begin forming on the plates. This process, known as sulfation, reduces available capacity. Once severe sulfation develops, much of that lost capacity cannot be recovered. The owner concludes the battery failed early, but the battery may simply have spent months operating under poor charging conditions. Before replacing any battery, experienced technicians usually perform 3 basic tests. First, they test battery voltage. Second, they perform a proper load test. Third, they verify charging system output while the engine is running. Those simple tests often prevent unnecessary battery replacement. Buying advice: if your battery repeatedly fails, diagnose the electrical system before buying another one. The next point surprised even experienced technicians. Number 2. Daily driving habits matter more than most brands. Most people believe battery life depends mainly on manufacturing quality. Quality certainly matters, but daily use often matters just as much. Consider 2 identical vehicles using the same Walmart battery. The first driver commutes 40 minutes each way. The alternator has plenty of time to replace the energy used during starting. The battery remains fully charged most of the time. The second driver makes 3 short trips every day: 5 minutes to the grocery store, 7 minutes to work, 4 minutes home. Each engine start removes a large amount of energy. The alternator never has enough time to fully recharge the battery. Week after week, the battery operates below full charge. Eventually, sulfation begins. Capacity slowly decreases. The owner assumes the battery was poor quality. In reality, the driving pattern shortened its life. This becomes even more noticeable on modern vehicles equipped with heated seats, heated steering wheels, electric cooling fans, powerful infotainment systems, multiple control modules, and automatic stop-start technology. These electrical loads increase the importance of maintaining a healthy state of charge. Buying advice: if your vehicle mostly makes short trips, consider occasionally taking a longer drive or using an appropriate battery maintainer when practical. Now we arrive at the biggest lesson in today's video. Number 1. The brand name is rarely what determines battery life. This is the conclusion we've reached after years of electrical diagnosis. The logo on top of the battery is rarely the deciding factor. A battery is only as good as the system supporting it. We've seen expensive premium batteries fail in less than 2 years because of chronic undercharging. We've also seen affordable batteries provide 5 or 6 years of dependable service because the vehicle's charging system remained healthy. The smartest battery purchase begins by answering a few simple questions. Does the battery match the correct group size? Does it meet the manufacturer's recommended cold cranking amps? Is the reserve capacity appropriate for how the vehicle is used? Is the alternator charging correctly? Are there any parasitic electrical drains? Are the battery terminals clean and secure? Does your climate justify an AGM battery, or is a quality flooded battery perfectly adequate? Those questions determine battery life far more than the store where the battery was purchased. So where does that leave Walmart batteries? For many daily commuters driving standard passenger cars, they represent solid value. They generally provide competitive specifications, nationwide availability, and pricing that makes sense for budget-conscious owners. Would they be our first choice for every application? No. Vehicles equipped with factory AGM systems, heavy aftermarket electrical accessories, commercial fleets, or extremely demanding operating conditions may benefit from a higher capacity AGM battery that better matches those requirements. But for millions of ordinary drivers, a properly selected Walmart battery can perform every bit as reliably as many more expensive alternatives when installed in a healthy vehicle. That's the real takeaway. Don't buy the cheapest battery simply because it's inexpensive. And don't buy the most expensive battery simply because the label sounds impressive. Buy the battery that matches your vehicle, your climate, and your driving habits. Then make sure the charging system is doing its job, because even the best battery cannot overcome a failing alternator or an electrical drain that empties it every night. A good battery isn't simply the most expensive one. It's the one that matches your vehicle, your climate, and a healthy charging system. Now we'd like to hear from you. Have you ever used a Walmart car battery? How long did it actually last, and would you buy one again? Share your experience in the comments. Real-world ownership stories often help other drivers make better decisions. If you enjoy honest mechanic testing backed by practical electrical diagnosis instead of marketing claims, subscribe for more automotive videos.